So what is the purpose of the university? Why do you have to go to the university? Why do you need a certificate in this day and age? Because one of the things that has become common in this day and age is you will see people who are like, oh, somebody has finished the university, someone has completed, they have their MBA, but they are jobless. Look at what they are doing now. And this became a concern a little bit for me recently when there was a video posted on X and a young man had completed the university and he was selling porridge and has quite a number of branches available. And people in the comment section and the things that they were saying suggested that, oh, that means his certificate is useless. You see, one of the things you must understand is that in this day and age where we have reached, you don't get employed just because you have a certificate. So the mindset of going to school and I'm a graduate, I have a certificate, I'm a graduate, I have an MBA, does not mean you're going to get a job. Do you think the wealthy people pay significant amount of money in donations and others to get their children to attend the Ivy League schools because they want them to get a job? No. The purpose of going to the university is not so that you finish and then boom, you will get a job because you have a certificate. Because this is one thing you must understand. Companies employ people not because of certificates. This is something you must understand. Companies employ people not just because of the certificate you have. Companies employ people based on the value you are going to be adding to the company, based on the network, who is introducing you to the company, based on where you are coming from or the kind of university that you came from. So it is not just about, I attended the university, I graduated with this certificate. Why am I not employed? Why are we not employed? When you were in the university, what were you doing? The purpose of going to the university, the purpose of doing an MBA is a number of things. Number one is to build skills. That is why you go to the university. You need to put yourself in the position where you become skillful, you become an experienced person. So throughout the 4 years in your first degree, all you have been doing is chewing baba, chewing baba, chewing baba. No. That is not going to give you any skill. That is not going to give you any exposure. You need to put yourself in the position where throughout that period, you are getting the opportunity to practically see what you are doing in class at the workplace. And unfortunately, the university you attended may not have that program available. You must go out of your way and say that, okay, anytime I vacate, instead of spending that vacation at home, I'm going to apply to a company and then volunteer in the company for no amount of money. I just want to volunteer. This is what I'm studying in school. Which company can I work for free? What you are doing is you are now building skills based on the things you are studying. What you are doing is that you are building experience and you are coming into the second level, which is building networks. The purpose of going to the university is not just so you graduate and then voila, you have a certificate and walk around. No. The university has to be a place where you build valuable networks. Check across the globe. The billionaires and millionaires, the people you know, are all where they are because of network. And so that is why, especially in our part of the world, there are people who will say that, look at this rich person. He never went to any school, but he is rich. Look at this person. He dropped out of school, but he is wealthy. But this is what you don't know. The people who didn't go to school, who dropped out of school and are successful, are not successful because they didn't go to school or they drop out of school. They are successful because of the skills they have. They are successful because of their experience. They are successful because of the network that they have built. Because you see, one of the things you must understand is this. It doesn't matter how many certificates you think you have. Somebody must usher you. Your name has to be mentioned. Someone must recommend you. Someone must favor you. And the only way you can get to the point where your name will be mentioned, somebody can usher you, is if you know someone, is if you have built any network, is if you have any valuable relationships. There are some of you, you go to the university and for the whole 4 years, you've not built any valuable relationship. For the whole 4 years, you've not volunteered to work in any company or any NGO. So you don't have any valuable relationships in places of authority. It is when you complete school and you graduate, that is where you will start with your certificate. Hey, I'm looking for job. I'm looking for job. No. Through that 4-year program, you should have built your network. You should have been building yourself up and exposing yourself up for valuable relationships. Listen, gone are the days where you go to the university, graduate, and get a job. Where we are now, that is not the mindset. So my question to you is this. If you are in the university now, or maybe you have graduated, what did you do throughout the 4-year period? For some people, all they do is, school, attend some events, attend events. No exposure. No exposure. So by the time they finish school, they don't know anybody. They don't have any valuable relationships. They don't have any key people that they can call on. And so you will continue to struggle, not because of your certificate, but because you don't have any exposure, you don't have any skills, you don't have any experience. Nobody can mention your name anywhere. So you see a job posting, then you apply. Then they invite you for the interview. Then you attend the interview. Then you're like, oh, this job interview, Charlie, I did well. I answered all the questions. They don't call you. You know why? Because before you applied for the job, someone had recommended a talent. Someone had recommended and mentioned someone else's name. So you came, though, for the interview. That was just part of the protocol at the end of the day, and you wouldn't get the job. So this is what I want you to know. Don't sit down and think that, you went to the university, and so you are supposed to be employed. Don't sit down and think that you went to the university, so you are supposed to get a job. The purpose of the university is for experience, is for personal development, is for skill acquisition, and is for building networks, valuable partnerships that will change the outcome of your life. How do you tell me that you have a first degree, you did an MBA, and you are jobless? No, how? How? You did an MBA, you have a first degree, and you tell me you are jobless? Because if the person who never attended school is making money and you claim you attended the university and you are jobless and you claim there is no job, then the problem is not the system, the problem is you. So if you learned something from this video, remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share the video so that others can also see this. Most importantly, let me hear from you if there are any questions you have, or if you have any topic that you would want me to cover on the next episode, leave it in the comment section. I want to read from you.